Welcome back to our true crime channel, where we uncover the stories that shock and sadden us. Today, we dive into a heartbreaking case from Kansas City, Missouri. The tragic death of firefighter and paramedic Graham Hoffman, killed in the line of duty on April 27, 2025. A case that no one really seems to be talking about. He was a young hero, this was a senseless act, and the suspect? She had a troubling past. Let's unravel the details. Graham Hoffman was a 29-year-old Kansas City native, a Park Hill South graduate, and a rising star at the Kansas City Fire Department. Joining in 2022, he served at Station 42, known for his compassion, wit, and cool-headedness. Colleagues called him the paramedic you'd want by your side. Dedicated, skilled, and always ready to serve, Graham was weeks from turning 30, with a bright future and a girlfriend he adored. But one routine call changed everything. Around 12:40 a.m. on April 27th, police responded to reports of a woman, 39-year-old Shanetta Boswell, wandering along Missouri 152 highway. Callers feared for her safety. She had a bleeding finger, so officers called for EMS. Graham, working overtime in Kansas City's Northland, arrived in the ambulance. Boswell agreed to hospital transport, but what happened next was unimaginable. At 1:25 a.m., as the ambulance neared Platte Purchase Drive, Boswell allegedly pulled a knife and stabbed Graham in the chest, piercing his heart. Court records describe a struggle. Graham's partner heard his cries, stopped the vehicle, and called for help. Boswell tried to flee, jumping into the driver's seat, attempting to drive the ambulance. A nearby officer intervened, but Boswell bit his arm, forcing him to subdue her with his firearm. Despite heroic efforts at North Kansas City Hospital, Graham passed away in the ICU. Shanetta Boswell, a Kansas City notary with teenage kids, now faces first-degree murder, armed criminal action, third-degree assault, and resisting arrest. She's held on a $1 million bond and pleading not guilty. But this wasn't her first brush with the law. On March 31st, 2025, she was cited for a hit and run. Then, on April 23rd, she assaulted an off-duty Platte City officer, biting his arm and trying to grab his knife after tampering with his car. Charged with felony assault and resisting arrest, she was released on a $10,000 bond just 2 days before Graham's death. Maybe this could have been prevented if she wasn't released. We acknowledge the problem of mass incarceration and the diverse perspectives surrounding it. However, how do we safeguard our communities from individuals who exhibit violent behavior? If someone's willing to assault a police officer, it's reasonable to assume that they could pose a threat to others. What are your views on addressing this issue? Graham's loss devastated Kansas City. Firefighters donned black badge stripes, and the community left tributes at Station 42. Mayor Quentin Lucas called it a senseless act, questioning Boswell's release after her prior assault. A t-shirt fundraiser raised $85,000 for Graham's family, and his funeral? It's on May 2nd. Boswell's bond hearing is set for May 5th, with a preliminary hearing on June 6th. As Kansas City mourns, questions linger. Could this tragedy have been prevented? Graham Hoffman was a hero taken too soon. His story reminds us of the risks first responders face. What are your thoughts on this case? Share below and subscribe for more true crime stories. Until next time, stay alert and stay safe.